You mentioned Leeds. In Christian Pulisic's case, it would be an American going from the Premier League to Serie A. Weston McKennie might be going in the opposite direction. There's a growing sentiment that he's going to end up at Leeds United. They've already gotten him to sign off on the deal, agreed personal terms. Leeds and Juventus are haggling over the fee right now, but it sounds like this is going to happen. And the reaction among U.S. fans appears to be mixed. You know, when you're starting every week at Juventus, and whatever issues that club is having, it's still Juventus. When you're starting every week at Juventus and getting linked to the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool, and it ends up being Leeds United, it does feel a tad underwhelming. Plus, you know, Americans, they want to have different clubs they can follow through the prism of U.S. players, and this is starting to feel like overkill. You already have Leeds. You have an American coach there and 2 of the top 6 or 7 best American players in the world. Do you need another one to join a club that's realistically not going to be challenging for major trophies, not going to play in the Champions League? So I don't love this move.
Well, so first off, this brings up a good question. Do you think that the American influence at Leeds, okay, Jesse Marsch is head coach. By the way, Chris Armas, who just got named as his assistant coach, now on that staff. Tyler Adams, we know. Brendan Aronson. Do you think that American influence, or how much you think that is dictated because these players and these coaches are American?
You mean their pursuit of Weston McKennie?
Well, my point is that if there wasn't an American owner at Leeds, would any of these players and coaches have a job there at Leeds?
The Marsch appointment, I think, was influenced by that because he had failed at Leipzig, and he was kind of a random name to come up with at that point when they sacked Bielsa. But all the other ones, I mean, Tyler Adams, Brendan Aronson, I think are players that any Premier League club would have been interested in regardless, and Weston McKennie too. So I don't think it's that much of a stretch to say that those guys would have been signing with those kinds of clubs regardless.
So then why would it be overkill to have Weston McKennie, who, to your point, is a starter in Serie A for Juventus, now coming to leagues? Because you framed it as if it was this American overkill that is happening, as opposed to a great midfield player that they can get now coming to Leeds.
Oh, I think it's a good signing for Leeds. I'm just wondering from a U.S. fans' perspective, they want be able to follow different clubs.
They want to spread their chips around a whole lot more.
It's a little bit of...
I get that. I mean, look, the only reason that I'm watching Leeds, again, I've told you this before, is because of the American influence. So, but that's already worked its magic, right? I didn't need Weston McKennie there to actually do it. But I'll take it. But as I said last episode, and as I tweeted out this week, I think Weston McKennie's better than Leeds.
I agree.
You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops every week. Subscribe now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops twice a week right here on my very own YouTube page. The only way to stay up to date is to hit that subscribe button down below. Size the day, and see you soon.